When we got to Fort Leonard Wood, because we're not from the area, we checked all around different reputations on who we thought was the best contractor, the A player. And we chose Bloomsdale because of your reputation with other subcontractors on the fort and the jobs you previously done. Well, I think that Bloomsdale is the top of the food chain as far as excavation contractors, both in Mass X and in utility. And it really has to do with your personnel you put in the field. That right now, you know, I would say they're A game all the way across the board. The value that Bloomsdale Excavating has brought to the project, I think for me is priceless as being a general superintendent, because it leads the project. If the best contractor starts a project and does the plans and gains time on a schedule and gets me ahead of the game, the whole job follows, and it's priceless. It's just, when you start out with an A player, it's like a pitcher in baseball. If you have a star pitcher that starts the game and they go 6 innings, the game's usually easy to finish. And if you have a bad contractor at the beginning, you struggle for the whole entire job. And with Bloomsdale, we won't struggle. We'll finish everything on time and ahead of schedule. Bloomsdale is ahead of my schedule, which is tough to do, but they are ahead of it, and every day Barry gains time on the job, which is a necessity. So as far as scheduling, I just have to give you an A+ as far as performance. We have been inspected by every safety entity on Fort Leonard Wood, and every safety from OSHA to our own people out here. And not once have we ever had a violation or any comment about Bloomsdale. One time the OSHA inspector was driving by on Nebraska. He goes down the street and he turns around, he comes back, comes up to the office here, gets everybody all fired out. We have a major infraction. He walks halfway across the job, walks up to the ditch that Bloomsdale has excavation going on, turns around and says, "Gentlemen, I've just wasted everybody's time." And everything in the trench was perfect. It was all laid back, the piping was going in, the workers were completely in all the equipment that they needed for safety purposes. So it was kind of funny to see inspector be humbled by a subcontractor. And Bloomsdale did it. First time ever in my life. Quality is just top notch. The base, I guess the biggest reference is really the base. We have to deal with the Corps of Engineers here, and we have to deal with you know, the base entity itself. When we have John come out and inspect stuff for quality, he's worked with, you know, you guys so much, or Bloomsdale so much, that he knows the quality will be there, and it is. There's no leaks on the utilities. There's just no issues. The quality goes in, they're quick, even like on retainer walls. That we had a retainer wall issue with one of the subcontractors, so we had Barry and the boys put up some retainer walls. And 2 guys outperformed 8 of the competition. So it was kind of funny for the Corps and everybody else to make comment that when Bloomsdale puts up a wall, they don't really even have to look at it because they know it's done right and the quality is perfect. So we've had no issues with quality out here. Everything's top of the board. I would work with Bloomsdale any place, any time, in any part of the world as my contractor. So, I mean, that's the honest truth.